Hey, so I haven't done a video in a while. You probably noticed my last video was just audio. Basically, my computer completely busted, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. It's quite a different video. So basically today, I had what I would call a spiritual experience. Not something that I usually talk about. Not something I've ever really had, at least not in this way. It's something pretty incredible happened today. So I was checking out an artist that I'd heard of previously, but that I hadn't actually properly heard. This artist's called Anilah, and there's going to be a link to some of her stuff in the description below. So basically, yeah, I decided to check out this music. It was, I poured myself a bath, just wanted to kind of have a nice soak, just forget about all the stresses of everything that's been going on lately. So I shoved on her album, and her album called Warriors, and something incredible happened. So I suddenly felt this connection, this incredible, intense, emotional connection to the music. It's very pagan. It's, the whole Viking feel to it. There's something that really called out to me. This kind of stuff doesn't happen to me often at all. Not at all. I wouldn't consider myself religious. I wouldn't consider myself really spiritual, like I say. So this really felt like something new. There's an article I've written about it, I'll also link to down below, which kind of goes more into my thoughts on it in a bit more of a poetic way. I kind of poured my heart out just talking about the kind of beauty of it all. But basically, to sum it up, I have always been a city guy. I've always lived in urban areas. I've always thought of myself as that way. And then today, that completely changed. I suddenly don't want to live in a big city. I don't want to have this urban life. I want a nice, quiet life, somewhere rural, away from everything, away from the grid. What with what's happening to me recently with all the censorship and the deplatforming, I've become really distrustful of technology. Where I used to embrace it and used to, say, well, there's good and bad to it. I'm just seeing so much of the bad. And this track, it just took me to an incredible place. I could hear the birds outside chirping, and I could just picture myself just by some Norwegian fjords, just living this serenely quiet life. And so because of that, something that me and Nadia are seriously considering is looking into whether living in Norway might actually suit us. Obviously quite a drastic change. I mean, we were previously looking at possibly Canada, but that's pretty far. And to be honest, with the government they have there, it's not really our kind of thing. And then, I haven't done much research, but from the little research I've done, even though Norway isn't a socialist country, it's adopted so many socialist policies and ideals. The whole, equality thing, everybody looking out for each other, services and utilities obviously provided. It's just, obviously there's parts of it that embrace parts of capitalism. It's not a socialist country, it's a social democracy, but it seems like it's taken the better parts of capitalism. Because, I despise capitalism, but there's no denying there are tiny aspects of it that, if tweaked, are fantastic. But, yeah, I don't know, this is just all new to me. I've never felt like this. And, yeah, it's just, I was speechless. It was an absolutely beautiful experience. As I say in the article I wrote, I talk about how it felt like the Norse gods were calling to me and that sirens were calling me onto the rocks. it was definitely what I would call a spiritual experience, all from listening to one track whilst having a bath, having the window open and hearing the birds outside. It sounds mad. It sounds absolutely mad. And you probably all think I've gone completely nuts. Maybe I have, but either way, this is the way I feel. So yeah, I'd like to hear all of your thoughts. So yeah, if you live in Norway or have been to Norway, you know anything about Norway, you know, drop some information in the comments below. If you don't know anything about it and just want to have your say on it anyway, go ahead. I'd just really love to hear all of your thoughts on this. Yeah, it's bizarre. So anyway, no politics from me today really. That's all. I'm pretty chill.